Hi guys, now we're talking about a topic which was requested a lot. It's about the weight transfer in the follow-through. You know, if you have watched a few videos of mine before, you figured out that I'm a big believer in that there is not only one way. So, you know, there is no one way of a weight shift because it really depends what kind of swing technique you're following. There are many, meanwhile, you know. I mean, if you're more into the stuck and tilt technique, what was very well known a couple of years ago and still a lot of people follow is you have to work over that left side. So the easy thing about that is if you work over the front side, for me it's my left leg, there is no shift anymore because you're already there, right? So this is more that you stay centered and you work over the left side and then you pretty much just straighten that leg. I cannot tell a lot about the stuck and tilt technique because that's not a technique I'm following up in my coaching and also not in my own swing. But this is what I know, that they follow the idea to stay over the left side and just bend the knee and just straighten the knee. You know, that makes it really easy, but it's not really easy to do, to really have the strength to keep it there, you know? So if you follow up the stuck and tilt technique, then you don't have a weight shift whatsoever. One vision I have is to stay centered. So I would like to stay centered over the ball in my backswing, and then in my follow through, of course, I need to get a weight transfer onto my left foot, but then I'm straightening it right away. I mean, I showed you that on my video about the hips action. So I'm just gonna show you what I mean by telling you. So in my dress position, I always wanna be centered. So then my shoulder goes down, my right hip goes back, but I wanna stay over the ball. So of course I wanna go forward a little bit, but it's not a push or it's not a real shift anymore. It's just pretty much a changing foot onto the left foot, and then I go up again. I just try to show you. And there you couldn't see a real shift in my swing. You know, it's staying centered, just push down on my left foot, and then I go up. So there is no proper shift. But then you have the technique of the old days, and you know, it's not a bad thing because it's an old school swing or old school thinking, it's a bad thing. It's just more effort, in my opinion. So you wanna go onto that right foot, and then you want to transfer and you want to shift over to that left foot. And in my opinion, it's hard to do because you have to really make that move before everything else starts in your downswing. So you want to be with your back towards the target line, you want to shift over, and then you want to go up. So it's just a longer path of your weight transfer you got to do once you kick it to the right side. So how it actually works is you address the ball, of course, centered. You want to bump into that right side. You never want to have your knee going to the outside or your foot actually lifting up. You just want to have a little bump into the right side so you can transfer and push forward. I try to show you. As I said, it's not that technique I'm following up, but this is an option. So staying centered, pushing, pushing. And maybe you could see it, you know, it's a lateral movement you gotta do, but once you take the step to the right, you have to go back to the left. And you have to be aware of this and think if you want to do this. So I'm a fan of staying centered, just having a little bump onto the left side and then straightening up. In my opinion, it's the easiest way to do. So make up your mind and maybe talk to your pro what the philosophy is in your swing and what is best for you. Because you know, if you want to have a little bit more of a sway, of a lateral transfer, there's nothing wrong about it. But you have to do it to the right and to the left. And other than that, and if you want to follow up that stuck and tilt, find a coach who's teaching that theory, because it's certainly not the easiest way to do without having a coach behind you. So I really hope that could help you and open up your mind about the weight transfer and answering all your questions. If you like it, put a thumbs up. So just subscribe that channel if you like this channel. Follow me on Instagram. Now enjoy golf and enjoy practicing, and I see you soon.